Fractured Compass fans. We are here. Oh my.
Hi, Fractured Compass fans. I'm Mike.
Oh, see, now we're gonna have to...
She's got my ear.
Ow. Mike is dying behind me, which means I'm the new star of the show. Welcome, Fractured Compass fans. I'm maybe getting beat up behind me. Oh my god. Oh, he's tapping out. He's tapping out. Oh crap.
She got me.
Hey. Hey. Oh my god. It's me and Riley now.
Okay.
Welcome back. Well, now that that's done.
Yeah.
Oh my god, you just have hair. Just a big ball of fur.
Well, you know what? If you can't love me at my worst, then you don't love me at my best.
Okay. Well, we're just gonna let you have.
I feel it. It's like on my face.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, it's Tuesday, so it is another Fractured Compass Productions update for Halloween.
And this was a very, I would say, enlightening update. Because we went to the Dark Harbor, and they're not really secretive. They just kind of like lay out their shit.
Let it all hang out.
It's all in the parking lot. Enjoy. Check it out. And so we discovered a lot in this trip, I think, right?
We did. There's pretty much the same thing as last year from what I can see. Mm-hmm. They're going to have probably the cabanas again. They're going to have the voodoo priestess cabanas. We saw a couple things there. They have the Anubis dolls. Intrepid is definitely going back up. We also had a peek at Deadrise. Yeah. Which is going up. But what the super exciting thing about Deadrise was that there is this like Thunderdome being built in the middle of Deadrise.
It looks like a bird cage you'd see in Jurassic Park or something, you know, where like Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So last year's mazes, we had 6 of them because they took out Soulmate. Yeah. That was there at 2016. 2016 and 2017 had Soulmate. So 2018, they took that one out, and they did not have that. They only had, let's see, Intrepid, Deadrise, Lullaby, Circus, Feast, and B340.
I think B340, no. It was Feast. That was, I think, by far the scariest one, because that was in the... Feast was pretty freaky. Yeah. I find that all the really scary mazes that are on the ship, and I think it's just because the ship in general is just scary.
The ship is creepy. It's the creepiest part of
I would love to see, I would love to just go in there and get a sneak peek at construction inside, and I'm sure they don't really have to do a whole lot, but the only things that we could see was in the parking lot area.
Yes. The mazes inside the ship are very, very hidden because those are closed off areas anyways. Yeah. So we won't be getting any footage of that except maybe the outside signs. And then even then, I'm not even sure because it's just a door that they open and then they kind of put a sign out saying like this way. But I mean, obviously Deadrise is like smack dab in the middle with that Thunderdome. Intrepid is usually towards the front of the gates. Yeah. With the Iron Master. So those things are definitely there, and the cathedral that they had put up last year is definitely back up. Mm-hmm. They're still working with John Cook and some other designers, so I'm hoping that they just add more to this year.
Yeah. Like I said, Dark Harbor is always one of those ones where it's kind of like the underdog of the haunt events, like the major haunt events, and I'm always pleasantly surprised whenever I go, and they've been very much just making the quality go up a little higher, and so I think this year we're going to for sure see that, hopefully. I'm excited for the event itself, mainly because I think that the scare actors and the makeup artist, the makeup in general, is just fantastic, and so I think that's what makes this event. It's not so much the mazes. It's not so much the atmosphere for me. It's that aspect that I really like. Is just the scare actors and just how amazing their design looks.
Yes, I mean they definitely have those signature icon characters for Dark Harbor. You've got the Iron Master and Intrepid. You have the Captain at Deadrise. Everybody loves the Captain.
He looks
funny.
so cool.
They're funny. Scary Mary doesn't say much, but she's scary. And she's Mary.
And the thing about all these things too that I think what makes Dark Harbor is that like whenever we go, we always have the most amazing interactions with these characters. Like they really take the time to make sure that, you know, we had a really good conversation. I forgot the girl's name or what creature she was, but we were having a conversation with a monster, and she was just kind of like this crazy buffoon. And
the one that was all like, "Is it poison?" Like,
yeah, that one was a lot of
Why are they looking at me? Is it poison? It's poison. Not that I don't like poison, but
she took her time, and I think they do have the freedom on the streets to do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
And I think they all are clowns that pretty much roam the street.
It was amazing.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm also looking forward to the panel at Midsummer Scream.
Yeah.
Their panel is always hilarious. Last year it was hosted by the Captain, and you had the old ringmaster come in, and I don't know if the same person is going to be playing the ringmaster this year, but it was a lady named Peggy, and she and the Captain banter back and forth so well. I mean, it was a panel that I actually was very sad that I didn't get to go to last year, because when I watched it on YouTube, I was like, oh my god,
this is great.
This is funny. Like, there wasn't a moment where I wasn't like cracking up laughing. Even the rest of the panel, not even the characters, the rest of the people that work Dark Harbor, they're just like, their banter back and forth was just like insane funny. It was like watching a comedy show.
Got dog hair on me.
We're just gonna remove this.
And so let's just talk about like the general area as well. Like they have all the stuff that's laid out. We've seen like, you know, it almost looks like a scrapyard. You know, just a lot of rustic metal looking things, and so you know, the construction is in full swing, but it just surprises me. I feel like they're pretty far along for it being the end of July. And I know, to be fair, it's only like another month until they open, but it just seems
they
like...
They open September 26th.
Yeah, but like...
really soon, actually.
It surprises me that they just have all that stuff out. Other people in the comments are going to say, no, Mike, they're behind schedule, but it just, you know, I feel like they put it up like that, and it just...
I feel like they're farther along than they were last year.
Yeah.
Yes. Last year, I didn't see a lot going up very soon. I think it was
August we saw it.
Yeah, I think there's some new elements that are going in. We did get like we ran into one of the build guys, and we got a little sneak peek or sneak tip that the dome that we are seeing is going to be enclosed. He wouldn't tell us what was going to be in it, because he's like, I don't want to give anything away. But he did say that was going to be completely enclosed, and that's a lot to add to Deadrise, because last year Deadrise was just the same thing.
Yeah.
Walking through.
But I remember Deadrise was a surprisingly long maze.
They're all pretty long.
And so I'm really happy to see that, you know, okay, so they're going to take the same concept of Deadrise, but they're doing something different, and I'm totally down with that. That's totally fine. Keep it the same maze, but just add something to it.
And historically, Dark Harbor only has 6 mazes. So when you walk through these mazes, if you've never been to the event before, it can take almost 15 minutes to get through a maze. And I mean, that's just a steady walk through.
15 minutes to wait through the bar, too, if they have a secret bar.
If they have a secret bar. The secret bars are very off to the side. If you don't really pay attention to where they are, you're just going to walk past it.
Oh, you can get lost in one. I got trapped in one last year. I was like, where am I?
Because the guy just opened it up and pushed you in.
Yep,
and I was like, Mike!
For Circus, right?
Yeah, that was Circus.
How are you? So, the monster separated me, and I'm still in the maze. We're in like a secret bar. Oh my god! They have this little machine right here that has a camera set up inside the maze, and you can press a button and it'll shoot air out at like real time. Nice! So there's activated scares. We're gonna try to get out. We'll see you at the end. did you guys go through the ball pit?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did too. I just left loose. I think I saw you pick one up. I see there's bubbles over there. Oh, we're gonna head out.
Okay. So he literally just pushed Mike in, and we like came out.
And he's like in a monkey in a cage.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm in a bar area.
We were like, what are you doing?
I don't know how I got here. Yeah, we could maybe put that in if we have it right now.
We totally had footage of that. It was funny.
So like, it's little things like that I think for sure that I'm excited for. I'm surprised by like, you know, just how much stuff is out there right now, you know, because I feel like, and we could be wrong, but I feel like last year, it was like mid-August and we started seeing some more stuff, but like around this time last year, there wasn't a whole lot going on, I feel like.
Yeah.
Was there? No?
No, I agree. I totally agree, but...
What are your like thoughts and hopes for this event?
My thoughts and hopes is that I don't know.
Can I give a thoughts and hopes?
Absolutely.
You can. I want to know.
What is your
Jackie,
thoughts
what do you
and
think?
Hots and thopes.
Hots and thopes. Stacked talent in the mazes.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, we went November.
We went the last day.
And so...
But still.
And I think...
still want to see full mazes of
Yes, and I think we've always gone the last day because we've been working hot, and that's always been the only day that we can go. So this year we're going the first day, so let's see how much talent is inside those mazes. And I kind of made a joke, and I'm not dumping on any haunt whatsoever, but I was like, there would be monsters on your monster tour, because I think we walked through Deadrise, and I didn't see one person until maybe like 5 minutes into the maze.
That's important for you guys to know, is that, you know, your experience may vary depending on the time that you go to the event. So if you go opening, you're probably going to see these mazes stacked with scare actors. But if you go on like the last day, which was November 2nd for us, there wasn't anyone there. And so your experience will definitely vary depending on when you go. So if you can, I would suggest, me personally, and I'm sure Brie agrees, go, you know, earlier in the haunt season than later, for sure.
And a positive thing about Dark Harbor is that you can go super cheap or you can go really expensive depending on what you want to spend your money on. And that's what I like about it. There's not just one ticket price or a very expensive ticket price or adding on front of the line. You can add on front of the line for Dark Harbor.
But there were like tiers for that as well.
There was tiers for that. And I think this year, we're just going to get a regular ticket. We're going to go in and we're going to see how much fun we have on just like I think it's like $25 or something like that, especially on the first night because it's not a Saturday or Sunday.
And they usually run a lot of like promos. If you follow Dark Harbor on Instagram, there's a crap ton of promos that
you guys
well, and also to be fair, if you go to Costco, because we bought our Dark Harbor tickets at Costco last year, and there was a wicked deal for a ticket price and front of the line. So if I stumble upon those, I'm probably just going to get that because it was a good deal.
So we'll probably find out more information at Midsummer for that.
Yes, and last year that ticket, because I think I told you about it, because I was freaking out because I think it was $80 for 2 tickets with front of the line, with the 2 front of the line, and I'm like, that's basically $40 a piece. So that really was like a game changer for me, going like, well, I was gonna go cheap, but like for $20 more get a front of the line pass, or like $15 more, sure, you know, just to stack my night just a little bit, to be like, okay, also, if it's crazy, I don't want to wait.
It's an insurance policy.
Yeah, it literally is an insurance policy to just be like, well, I'm not going to wait.
The only thing that probably the only event I will ever not buy a ticket or like a front of the line pass would be Halloween Horror Nights. You cannot do Halloween Horror Nights without a front of the line pass and expect to do everything.
Right.
You know, Knott's, I think Knott's is kind of up in the air too, because, you know, Knott's has repeating mazes that come back, and so it's like, okay, it's not a big deal if I don't hit that up on opening night, but I'm going to hit up the new stuff, and you can probably guarantee that you'll be able to hit up the 2 or 3 new mazes.
You can also go to Knott's on a Thursday.
Yeah, exactly.
And it would be totally fine.
Yeah.
You could pay for the buffet usually and then get that early entry, do all those mazes, hit all the rest of them.
Yeah.
And you'd have time to spare in your night.
And so I think it'll be interesting for sure with Queen Mary, because every time we've been to Queen Mary, the lines do get kind of stacked.
The lines get stacked for the ship mazes. Everything else I've always walked on. Even if I had front of the line, there was no other line. Still spitting Riley.
Yeah.
But But the ship mazes, like B340, Chef, all those have been long. So we'll see. I really do just want to go the cheap route, but if they do have that Costco deal again, like 2 for $80, I might do that.
I'm excited. I have to say that, like, I'm excited for this year's event because last year was so much fun. We had such a good time with, like, all of our friends, and we had our cabana, and I don't think we're going to be doing that this year.
Not doing the cabana this year.
But it was a good time, and so I think that kind of reignite my interest in Dark Harbor. I'm definitely excited to see what they have to offer this year.
Can we talk about the shows at Dark Harbor?
Because, yes, let's absolutely talk about the shows at Dark Harbor. Because the shows at Dark Harbor are like the shows that I want to see at Knott's. Okay?
Ooh.
They theme their shows to where they are, and it is amazing. They've got the Voodoo Priestess in the Voodoo area. It's dark. There's fire. The music is amazing. Like, they've got this dark jazz kind of voodoo thing going on. I love it. They've got circus acts over in the circus area where the circus maze is. I love them. I love it. Adds to the atmosphere of where you're in this dark carnival area.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
and even, like, just the ship itself is such an atmospheric, like...
Well, you basically have a ghost ship sitting right in front of you.
And so, I don't know, like, there's definitely strong atmosphere at Queen Mary. There's a surplus of that. But I think there's always, whenever I go, I feel like there's always just one little thing that's missing. And to me, I think I've narrowed it down. I know what it is.
Mystery solved.
I know what is missing at Queen Mary, and it is music in the mazes. I feel like there is a lack of music in the ship mazes and sound effects. And that's...
If I remember correctly, I think I agree with you because there were more like those pulsing tones and not a soundtrack.
There's not a soundtrack. There is tones and noises, but I think they're more like... I do remember going through Soulmate
and it was quiet.
In 2017, and there was like dead points in the maze where it was just... I was more irked that... I was not irked, but I was more nervous because I was in the ship and it was dark. And you could have added some tones to that and just made me like,
and I'm sure it is extremely difficult to get an audio system wired up throughout the entire, maze in the ships. But I also think it's probably possible, and I think that would probably elevate it. I think that's the one thing that was missing because I remember going through some of the mazes and I was like, it's like quiet and there's nothing happening in this corridor, even though the corridor is scary and it's dark.
And it could be that it was intermittent.
Yeah.
So there was music or sound in one part, but not in another.
Yeah.
And then you go back into it.
This isn't us trying to rip on it. Like
no.
we definitely love the event. I think
not at all.
I'm hoping to see a little bit of change with the event. The guy that we ran into, the builder, he was super excited and he was just telling us like, get ready for this year. It's the 10-year anniversary of Dark Harbor. Demons.
Oh my god, my ears.
Are you okay?
I have exorcised the demons. It's the Tiki Gods, I swear.
Yes. But yes, he was very excited because it is the 10-year anniversary.
Yeah, and I want them to go all out this year, and I have a feeling they're going to. John Cook's involved. That is always a good sign. That is a step in the right direction.
That he stayed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and... I think this year's going to be really fun. Regardless, even if there's no music in the mazes, I'm still going to appreciate the mazes and love them. It's just a little like wish fulfillment that I wish they would just do.
Yes.
However, I'm excited.
So something that's really cool that's happening over in Orlando this year is the team from Dark Harbor went over and they are making Dark Horizon. So I'm wondering if it's going to be probably a mix of the same thing and they're just trying to bring it over to Orlando, kind of like LA Haunted Hayride did that.
Yeah.
The year that LA Haunted Hayride wasn't that good is because they were putting some effort into New York, and then they're coming back. So John Cook is involved with LA Haunted Hayride this year, and I think that's amazing. But
God, he's a busy little guy, isn't he?
But Dark Harbor is now doing the same thing, but over in Orlando. So if they're still doing it like the first, we might hit that up.
Maybe because we're going to be going to Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando
On the 2nd.
On the 2nd of November. However, we probably aren't going to film it. One of two reasons. Number one, it's vacation time, and we're just going to take our time to ourselves. And also, number two, you can't film any of the mazes. And we actually filmed an Orlando Halloween Horror Nights event last year, and we'll link that in the description down below. And you know what we kind of realized is that by November, I think no one's really super invested in seeing those haunt vlogs anymore. They've kind of moved on. And so I don't think that we are going to film that event. However, if there was a Dark Entities event that we were going to go to, I feel like we would film that.
Horizon.
Dark Horizon.
Sorry, I said Dark Entities.
That's okay.
Everything's blurring together.
Everything's dark around here.
Everyone, just Dark Harbor, Dark Entities, Dark Horizons.
It's all dark.
Darkness.
I'm gonna make a Halloween event called Light.
Lightness.
Just Light Horizon.
Yeah.
Light Harbor.
You walk into a room and it's just blinding. It's just blinding light.
White light.
You have to wear contacts in order to get it.
So,
Yeah, so I think we would try to film that because it's going to be a little different, and we'll see. But
we'll see if it's going on.
We don't know. This is all up in the air. I just I think that's definitely an interesting piece of information that they are going over to Florida. Is it going to be like in a port? Are they going to try to stick with that theme, or is it going to be like?
From what I've read, nobody really knows. It's not telling us where it's going to be or where it's going to be located. All that people are speculating is that it's going to be in a fairgrounds, because that's like the only place that it could be.
Okay.
Because I mean, if you guys have ever been to Orlando, everything kind of has a place.
Yeah.
And it's it's a amusement community. So
Interesting. Well, I mean, I'm definitely excited for this year. I know you're excited.
I'm very excited.
I know that we will definitely be there to cover Queen Harbor for its 10-year anniversary.
That's right. So if you guys are going to Midsummer Scream, and we have a schedule at Midsummer Scream, by the way.
We do.
We are busy.
Yes, we are.
It's going to be on Sunday at 3:30 in the Grand Ballroom. Another thing I want to talk about Midsummer Scream, guys, we're going to be giving away little jack-o'-lantern bells.
Like a Krampus bell, but Halloween
Yes.
style, as if we're Sam from Trick or Treat.
Keychain, exactly. All you have to do is come up and tell us, what, one or two, guys? One or two?
One of the 5 rules of Halloween. What are the 5 rules? Memorize this because we be looking out for y'all.
So I'll say them right now, but they're very Googleable. You can you can Google the 5 rules of Sam's 5 rules of Halloween. But
Number 1.
Number 1, always wear a costume.
Always wear a costume. This house is possessed.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Number 2, never blow out your jack-o'-lantern before midnight. Number 3,
Always pass out candy to the trick-or-treaters.
That's right.
I'm struggling in this video.
no.
I'm struggling. Leave it in.
Number 4, always respect the dead.
Well, that's, you should do that year-round, but definitely do it. And number 5, always check your candy. So those are the 5 rules. If you guys come up to us during Midsummer Scream and tell us one of those 5 rules, we will give you a bell as a little token of our gratitude for seasonal festivities.
And the first come, first serve, guys. We have 40 bells available, so please come up, say hi, and tell us one of Sam's rules for Halloween, and you will receive a bell, and it just clips on, because I got little clips for them, too.
Cute.
It's like a keychain.
So yeah, please don't be shy. We really want to meet you guys. We hope to see you there. We're excited for Dark Harbor. We're excited for the haunt season in general. It is creeping up now. It is coming very close.
Yeah.
The anticipation is killing us. And now we're kind of starting to get into the final swing of things, and I think that's exciting. Halloween starts
Ooh, I feel like
soon.
I feel like we were in like 2nd gear, and now we're like clicking over to 3rd because it's approaching.
I know, right? We are definitely the sophomores of Fracture Compass right now.
Yeah.
It's our 2nd year covering all this.
Oh, that's right. We're like 16, waiting to get our license.
Yep, and then you just be ready. So,
Oh, because we got media passes. It's kind of like our permit.
oh, that's deep. Watch only one person comes up to us.
Okay, then I have 39 bells.
We'll make good use to it. We'll put them on our Christmas tree or something.
That's right.
But yeah, so come up to us, guys. Let us know. We're kind of doing like a fun little thing, and I like that. So we just wanted to give a huge shout out and best wishes to everyone. That includes Halloween Horror Nights, Not Scary Farm, Dark Harbor, 17th Door, Reign of Terror, any haunt event. We want to say good job and best of luck to all the scare actors who are auditioning. Now's the time where everyone is auditioning for their parts, and we wish all of you guys the best of luck, and we hope to see you in the fog, because y'all are what make the haunt events what it is. So,
and remember, me and Mike are going to be out there rooting for you guys, and I want you to scare us.
Try.
Because we're hard to scare.
Well,
bring it.
If you can make me actually scream, good for you, but I highly doubt you will be able to. Ooh. So, best of luck.
Get your scare on.
Get your scare on.
Get your scare on.
Get your scare on.
Get your scare on. All right, guys, so that's it for this update. We hope to see you at Midsummer Scream. Mm-hmm. We hope to see you at all the haunt events this year. Remember, give us one of those rules for Sam's Halloween, and always be ready.
Because you never know where your compass will take you.
That's right.
Aye.
Get your scare on. Get your scare on.
Get your scare on. Kids these days, so desensitized with movies and television.